All right, welcome to today's Zoom session. It is April 14th. It's been a while since I last done a Zoom session. I'm using right now the computer camera right here, so I might not be looking up like this. I'm looking at the screen right now with everybody's conversations. Today, very important topics to discuss. And it's going to be about 5 very important things. First of all, about MintHub. The price is nearing the launch right now. It's nearing the launch. It started at $0.005 per token. It's almost at 10 cents a token already. So it's gone up about 2,000%. MintHub is going to be going up from its starting price of $0.005 per token to $0.15 per token. And then it's going to launch in the public market. And it's something that I was obviously discussing from the very start. MintHub, I've added into the Cryptonaire network dashboard. That's how highly I feel about it. And I've been pushing it almost on a daily basis to you guys. Purchase as many tokens as possible, as early as possible. And the reason for that is because of the passive income that's going to come later on in the roadmap. The passive income, the way that it works, as is already described and mentioned inside of MintHub's white paper, is basically MintHub is a crypto news entertainment channel. That's what it's going to be. It's gaining a lot of traction. There's a lot of audience that are already in MintHub, aware of MintHub, have purchased MintHub. I know this for certain because I've displayed it on the Cryptonaire network dashboard, and a lot of people have purchased MintHub through the Cryptonaire network dashboard. And so I'm aware of the stats. There's a lot of audience, a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement in MintHub. What MintHub will do is that they will actually sell that attention, and then half the revenue they'll be distributing among people who have purchased MintHub during its private sale. So right now, MintHub is still in its private sale. It started off at 5 cents. It's currently, at 0.5 cents. It's currently at 10 cents. It's gone up about 2,000% already. It's absolutely crazy. When it reaches 15 cents, it's going to launch in the public market. Every month after it launches in the public market, 20% of those tokens, whatever you purchase, whatever I purchase, because I'm purchasing also the same way as you are, it gets distributed to you. So we can buy and sell it however we wish. At the end of that, so that's a 5-month period. At the end of that, we're going to start receiving a passive income on a monthly basis based on the revenue that MintHub bring in through advertisers that are going to advertise on the platform. So that's how it's going to work. I've had a lot of questions from people saying, asking about, what exactly is the passive income going to be? What is the percentage going to be every single month? What kind of returns can I make from it? And it's a question that I can't answer because it depends on the revenue that comes in from the advertising space that they sell. So the number could be a very significant amount. It could be 200% a month if you got in right at the very beginning and you purchased heavy, because your share of that 50% is going to be quite high. If you have a significant budget and you purchase MintHub even today at its current price and you lock in a decent amount of shares, guess what? You're going to be receiving that amount of shares every single month. So your number of shares are going to be locked in. So let's say that you've purchased 1% of the supply of MintHub before it launched, then you're going to be earning 1% of the revenue that's going to be distributed always. Whether they are earning $100,000 a month or $10 million a month, you're going to get 1% of that 10 million or 1% of that $100,000 or whatever the case is. So as MintHub grows, your revenue also grows because the number of shares that you have is fixed. As soon as MintHub launches, anything you buy once it goes public, you won't earn a passive income on. But anything you purchase now before they launch on the public market, your shares are going to be locked in on that day permanently. So on a monthly basis, what you should be seeing is your revenue climbing every single month. And the more MintHub you've purchased earlier on, and the heavier that you've purchased, the higher your shares are going to be and the more you're going to earn. So this is something where I've made the analogy with Facebook, where Peter Thiel invested $500,000 in Facebook in its early days. He's got a very good amount of shares from that. And I believe he cashed out like $1 billion, which is insane. So this is the opportunity that we have here right now with MintHub. With the price right now almost already touching 10 cents, it's absolutely crazy. It's still a great opportunity. I'm always buying up more and more tokens. And I like to, every time I tell you to buy MintHub, I'm buying MintHub, regardless of the price, just because I like to do what I'm telling you to do. I don't want to just tell you what to do and I'm not doing it myself. So if I'm in a position where I'm not comfortable buying MintHub, I wouldn't be telling you to buy MintHub. And if I'm telling you to buy MintHub, guess what? I'm buying MintHub. Every single time that I've told you to purchase MintHub, I've purchased some MintHub. Even though the price continues to go up, even though I can purchase it, which I have done so right at its very beginning, I'm still telling you to purchase. I'm still purchasing as I'm telling you to purchase all the time. And people that have been watching the Zoom sessions in the past are going to be well aware of that. You've seen me do it live over and over again. I can continue to do it live over and over again. And so it's a very, very good opportunity there. That is the reason why, and I've seen the YouTube comment the other day asking, what kind of passive income am I going to earn from this? People are so used to getting a, like a guaranteed amount, fixed sum on a daily basis and on a monthly basis in the crypto market. And those are it's all nonsense. You can't guarantee returns the same way you can't guarantee knowing exactly what's going to happen. I'll give you a quick laydown here for accelerator members, right? The Solana network right now is completely congested. It's one of the buy orders that I have. It is one of the top 10 coins. So I'm giving that away right now for the accelerator members is Solana. Solana, the altcoin season for Solana began over the past few weeks. Some coins skyrocketed. I mean, they made a killing. A lot of people ended up building altcoins in the Solana network and trying to push out meme tokens, trying to push out utility tokens, trying to take advantage of that big wave of income coming in the Solana network. Guess what happened? They couldn't handle the demand. Solana crashed. It went down about 25% in just the past week or so because they couldn't handle all the users coming in. And so anything can happen at any point in time. So no one can guarantee you. And I've seen offers and opportunities out there that basically say, hey, this is the daily passive income you're going to earn. This is the daily monthly income you're going to, the monthly passive income you're going to earn. And it's a fixed sum and it's always going to be there. And that's nonsense. That's complete nonsense. The revenue has to come from somewhere. In the case of MintHub, I've been doing advertising, I've been doing marketing, I've been paying for traffic for a very long time now, since I was 17. I'm 29 now, I'm turning 30. 12, 13 years I've been doing this. So I understand MintHub's model. And when I saw MintHub's model, it excited me. It excited me because when it comes to running adverts in the crypto market, Facebook don't like that. Google don't like that. So I personally have an issue spending the money that I have. I've got more money than I can spend. I do advertising very well. I can make a high margin, a high return on my advertising, selling any product. I could push people into Cryptonaire network with paid advertising, but Facebook doesn't like it. Google doesn't like it. So I've recognized that challenge. MintHub are fixing that challenge. At the same time, half of the revenue that they generate, they're going to be spreading it across people who purchase the private sale based on the number of MintHub tokens that you've purchased. And they're going to lock those shares in. So let's assume that MintHub continue to grow on a massive scale. Let's assume MintHub continue to grow on a massive scale, which I believe they are. It's almost impossible that they won't, because the crypto market, first of all, is always a hot topic. The audience size will never go down. It'll only go up. Why? Because they're retaining their audience. They're growing their audience. There's no such thing as the audience going down. So that means that they will always have more advertising space to sell. And then there will be guys like me who will pay MintHub to advertise their products. And there's going to be a lot of repeat buyers. People will continue to buy traffic from MintHub. And that 50% of the revenue that they're going to be distributing, I believe, is always going to grow. The same way that Facebook, for example, has always grown month after month, year after year, regardless of the stock market, regardless of whether Mark Zuckerberg said something which people didn't like, and then the stock market went down 40% or whatever the case is, whether the coin of the MintHub's price goes down or it goes up, MintHub's trajectory is always going up. It's always going to have more users. It's always going to have more eyeballs. It's always going to have more space of advertising to sell. And it's always going to have more people purchasing traffic from them. So that's going to always continue to grow. And so that's why I'm very, very excited about MintHub. It's why I put MintHub in the Cryptonaire network dashboard. I was opposed previously to putting any kind of token on the dashboard, but the accelerator members asked for it. A lot of you guys asked for it in the early days of Cryptonaire network. Some of you here are new, so you're unaware of that. And that's why I put MintHub up there. I could have put any other token up. I've had multiple offers from many different places, and MintHub was the one that I went with. And I absolutely love their model. There's no BS about it. And I believe it's going to continue to grow. I believe it's going to grow once it reaches the public market. I believe MintHub's price will continue to escalate, which is more money in our pocket. And I believe that their news entertainment channel is going to thrive. And I'm going to be one of the customers. I'm going to be one of the people that are going to be paying MintHub to advertise Cryptonaire network. So I'm definitely buying MintHub's traffic source. So that's something that I wanted to discuss there. It might not be the answer you're looking for, but it's real. And I've noticed a lot of times with people, especially in the, let's say the MLM community or the crypto community, they're looking for this buzz. They're looking for this guarantee. And that kind of stuff doesn't really exist. Money doesn't come from thin air. It's got to come from somewhere to be sustainable. So MintHub's model is sustainable, but on top of it being sustainable, it could actually do significantly more than anything else out there that guarantees. a specific percentage on a daily basis or on a monthly basis, as well as it being sustainable. So there's going to be good months, there's going to be great months, there might even be bad months, but every single month, I believe the revenue distribution is going to just continue to grow. That's why I'm always buying more MintHub tokens, regardless of what the price is. And even though I have purchased a heavy amount of MintHub tokens right at the very start, when it was 0.005. So I purchased it very early on. It's up now about 2,000%. It's going to go up another 1,000% from its starting price. So it's going to go up 3,000%, 30 times. Then it's going to launch on the public market. When it launches on the public market, 20% of our tokens we receive. Everybody will receive their 20% each month until we all have all of our tokens. Whether it's time to buy or sell, I will let accelerator members know. So make sure you purchase the accelerator product. It's $97. And I tell you exactly what coins I'm buying and where I'm holding the tokens and where my portfolio is. So all of that gets shared with you, and it's well worth the money there. So make sure you get that. That's what I wanted to discuss with you there. Now, third topic, because I'm discussing 5 things with you. Right now, I discuss MintHub's pricing, and that is nearing the launch. As soon as it hits the launch, anything you purchase in the public market, you will never earn a passive income on. You will not lock in your shares to earn a monthly passive income from it. And I truly believe if you put enough money in right now, even at this price, you put enough money in, the passive income later will more than pay for any personal expenses that you have. So every month you receive that, same as me. And then if you want, you can sell it. And now you have whatever you want, USDT, US dollar if you want, British pounds, with euros for those of you in Europe, whatever the case is. And then you can go ahead and you can pay for your bills. And you can see that the revenue is climbing on a month-to-month basis, which is great. I love it. That's why I ended up pushing this out to you guys. The other coins and other tokens that approached me, and this is information I didn't share with you guys in the past before, were tokens that didn't have this business model that, yeah, could grow significantly, could make us a great profit. But if I end up pushing it out so big, then if I end up telling everyone to sell, it will just dump the coin. And there's no real utility to it. And there's no returns to it after that. So it will just vanish into thin air. And I'm not the type of person who likes to work on something that's going to vanish into thin air later. I want something that's not only sustainable, but it's always going to bring me money. So when I looked at MintHub, it addressed my personal issues with advertising. And I've been advertising, using paid advertising for a very, very long time. Regulations are getting stricter. No platform really likes it when you advertise a crypto product. They end up banning the ad accounts, whatever the case is. So I've seen the challenge. I see the solution. And I'm going to be a big customer for MintHub. I'm going to be spending a lot of money there for advertising Cryptonaire network, by the way. And what that will do, first of all, it will grow Cryptonaire network. At the same time, it will put money in all of our pockets. So the money is great to know that the money I'm going to be spending on the MintHub platform is going to put money back in my pocket and everyone's pocket here. So I'm a guaranteed customer for MintHub, and there's plenty of other people that are also. So it's very sustainable. Customer base is already there. The platform and the size of it is already there also, which is absolutely amazing. And so all of that is really, really good stuff. Now, the third topic was on the top 10 coins for Cryptonaire Accelerator. For those of you that are Accelerator members, there is the top 10 coins. That has been there for a while. It hasn't changed. There hasn't been any movement. I like it. It's been going up. It's been going smooth. It's been making some great profit. However, I have been looking at 3 other coins that I may wish to plant a decent size of my portfolio into it. And in order to do that, I'm going to shift some of my top 10 coins to make room for those 3 tokens. I'm going to discuss this to Accelerator members, Cryptonaire Accelerator members, on a private email. And I will Telegram message you all also. So I'm still doing my research. I'm going to be digging into it some more this evening and tomorrow. And then maybe the day after is when I'm going to make that decision. But as soon as I do purchase those 3 tokens that I'm looking at, that I wish to replace some of the top 10 coins with, I'm obviously going to tell you which coins to sell, how much of it to sell, and where to place those funds. So top 10 coins are going to be changing in the next few days. So that's something that I wanted to discuss, and it hasn't changed for a very long time. If you're aware, if you're in the membership dashboard and you're having a look, you might notice it hasn't moved because there was no movement. But now there is. There's some interesting movements happening. The secret membership, if some of you guys are in it, or the plus membership with the short-term signals, there was a short-term signal that actually happened very recently in the Solana network. By the way, don't give it away in the message, guys, please. I gave the signal to the plus members, and I gave it to Accelerator members. That particular token, the entire Solana network just crashed, which was crazy. The entire Solana network crashed because of the size of that particular audience. That particular audience had like 20% of Solana's daily active users were basically signed up for that coin. And then they completely flopped. It crashed. And the market cap is very low right now. But they're still active. The audience size is still there. It's still good. I haven't sold personally. Some of you have sold. Some of you have, a lot of you have sold at a profit. So congratulations on that. But I'm going to be holding on to that. And that just proves the point here that in the crypto market, there's always all of this movement. And it's important sometimes, as I do, I take a step back and then I just have a look at what's going on. So I don't necessarily make too many moves. I just sit quietly and watch. And what I noticed was the altcoin season in Solana was thriving for a very short period of time, and then they just couldn't handle the demand. Can they fix it very quickly? No. In my opinion, no. You can't fix such a big issue very quickly. And the Solana's token price reflects that. It was almost at $200. Now it's at what, $130, $140 if I have a look now. And I'm not selling Solana, but it did tank because they can't handle the demand just yet. So Solana is now at about $140 per token. Just a few days ago, it was touching $200 a token. So that's quite crazy. The crypto market can be crazy. You just got to make the right moves. And I've mentioned you got to make very few moves. People are always buying and selling all of the time. They're looking left, right, here and there, and sideways and diagonally. Oh, I'm going to look at what this person is doing and that group is doing and this guru is doing. And what happens is you end up making all of these rash decisions. These rash decisions will end up costing you. Then you'll come back to Cryptonaire network and then you'll say to yourself, let me just listen to what Rahman is telling me. Why don't I just, and I've mentioned this on the Telegram, and I emailed it out actually very recently. Why don't I just read his free ebook? He literally tells me how he picks the coins that he purchases for free, by the way, guys. And why don't I just pay attention to what he's saying? So most people in the market, what they do is they make a lot of rash decisions, a lot of buying and a lot of selling. I don't do that. Accelerator members, I hope you're not doing that. I hope you're paying attention to everything that I'm telling you. We make very few decisions. Then we sit and we wait. And then we exit at the right time. So this is something that's very important. All of this movement that you're seeing, momentum in this blockchain, momentum in that blockchain, altcoin season there, altcoin season there. Don't make rash decisions. Go in heavy where it's safe, hold and buy more as you have the funds for. That's the whole reason I put MintHub there. So it's safe for you, as safe as possible. Why don't I find the best thing out there and just put it on my dashboard? That way I can maintain a certain level of control also, right? I got MintHub by the balls, so to speak. Keeps us safer, keeps my investment safe as possible, and yours also. So these are the moves that you need to be making. Purchasing MintHub, stacking up as much of it as you can, because there's going to be a passive income element that could be life-changing for you. It's not going to be life-changing for me. You put more money in my pocket and my quality of life doesn't change at all. My quality of life doesn't change at all. But for you, it would, right? If let's say MintHub's passive income pays all of your bills and then some, wouldn't that change your life? Right? Would it change your life if MintHub's passive income later down the road, on the roadmap, as they've mentioned, if it pays all of your bills comfortably? Let's respond on the chat. So there's a lot of yeses. Jack said yes. Beatrice said yes. Vanessa said yes. Petra said absolutely. Yarif said yes. Sadak said literally yes. Dina said thanks. That would be awesome. Robert said yes. John said yes. Martin said yes. So yeah, it could really change your life. Like I'm, let's say, in a blessed position. It's been a very long time. Very long time. I can't even remember the last time I was struggling for bills. But there were moments, like I didn't grow up with any money. I made some major errors in my business in the early days where I didn't know if I had money for rent. something like MintHub would put me in a position, and I'm trying to put myself in this position from a long time ago, where I wouldn't have to worry about my rents, about my bills, about food. I wouldn't have to worry about any emergency expenses. I nearly lost my thumb, like a week or two ago, and I was going to the doctor every day. And I was shilling out some decent amount of money for it, overly paying. But because I was comfortable with that doctor, I didn't really care. I would just go there all the time. I just put a plaster over it because it's I think it wouldn't, if I, when I put this recording up, YouTube might put it down because it's literally like charcoal black and it's hard as rock. I nearly lost my thumb, but it's fine now. It's much better. So any emergency bills, I wouldn't have to worry about because of MintHub. And it's something where it gives you that cushion, that comfort, that confidence to focus and to grow things. Cheryl, I'm going to address that to accelerator members. Don't give that token away. Don't give that token away. I'm going to address that on the for accelerator members on email today. So that's basically what MintHub will do for you. I could have put other tokens in place. There were offers where people were really trying to put money in my pocket to launch their token or upload help launch their token. But I preferred MintHub. I preferred MintHub because MintHub is something that solves my challenges. So it was a real challenge, and it's a big one to solve. So that's what's happening there. So what did we discuss on today's Zoom session? MintHub's price. Damn, it went from where it started, 0.005 it was, and it's up almost 2,000% now. I sent out an email about it recently and a Telegram message on its price increase. It went up from its original price, 1,876.8%. Cheryl, that token I'm going to discuss privately for accelerator members. It's awesome. It's still doing very well, and I love it. And but I don't want to give away the name, so don't mention it again. Otherwise, I'll have to remove you from the Zoom. Now, that's our secret, Cheryl. So it went up 1,800% plus, which is absolutely amazing. Passive income details I discussed with you already. Cryptonaire accelerated the top 10 coins. There's going to be some changes for the first time in many months. And I've mentioned the less moves you make, the better. Focus on Cryptonaire network, focus on MintHub. MintHub is going to be the big one for you. It's the big one for me also. I'm highly excited about it. I'm excited about the passive income, and I'm excited about being a customer there. The secret membership, when it comes to the short-term signals, that can be coming up at any point in time. It's not going to be on the Solana network like I thought. It's going to be on another network, which I'm going to discuss with accelerator members. And I'm going to be talking about that actually on top of what Cheryl has been saying. So I'm going to write this down here. So that is going to be going out for accelerator members. Which is great. And the crypto market I discussed, we already discussed this part. don't make too many moves. I like to have a approach where I step back, I observe what's happening, and then I make my moves after the dust settles, not while things are going crazy. When things are going crazy, everything's a gamble. You don't want to get into the crypto market when it's a gamble. For example, the Solana network was buzzing, lots of coins were popping, a lot of meme tokens were coming out, a lot of big returns did happen. Coins went to like $100 million market cap very quickly. But if I made any moves from those coins, it would have all crashed. So I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't share it with you guys. What I did was I took a step back, let the dust settle. And what it revealed was that Solana can't even handle the demand that came to them all of a sudden. So that's what that revealed. And that's why I don't make too many moves. Now, that is the discussion for today. What I'm going to do now is I'll keep the recording going as I answer questions, but just in case you're pressed for time, for those of you that are going through this recording, you don't have to go through this question and answer session that's coming up now. I'm going to answer some questions. And then from the questions, after I answer those questions, I'm going to, as usual, stop the recording and then just chit chat with you guys. So I like that chit chat at the end, by the way. We're going to talk about traveling. We're going to talk about meeting up. We're going to talk about, we might just start setting up a schedule for my traveling. I haven't traveled for some time now. Now, James said, I'm an accelerator member and I never got my accelerator membership email. That's impossible. James, here's how you have to do what you have to do. Log into your Cryptonaire network account. Go to Cryptonaire Accelerator, and on the sub menu, if you purchased Cryptonaire Accelerator, instead of purchase now, it's going to say get access. When you click get access, it's going to take you to Telegram. But it'll take you to a special area in Telegram. It's not going to take you to our channel. When you click on that link, it'll take you to Telegram, and you have to click, I think it's called start message or something. There's a button. You click that, and the message is going to give you access, and you just follow the instructions on that message. And that's how you get access to the accelerator membership. So I'm hopping down. Jack said, hope that $500 that MintHub that he purchased. He said, I hope that can do me good. Basically, he said, hope that $500 MintHub can do just a little in the future. Let's see if you got in like at the beginning with $500. I think you'll earn it. You're earning a decent sum of passive income later down the road. It may well be a few $1,000s a month. You never know. Beatrice, great question. After listing, can we sell some of our tokens apart from the passive income? Yes, I discussed this before, but let me talk about this again, because this was actually very exciting stuff. Here's the thing. Even if you sell, once it goes public, let's just say you're getting that 20% of your tokens every month, right? Even if you sell all of those tokens, your shares are still locked in based on what you purchased in the private sale. So you're always going to be earning a passive income, even if you sell all of your tokens, which is crazy. So Peter Thiel, who invested $500,000 in Facebook and then sold his shares at $1 billion, now doesn't earn any dividends from Facebook because he sold all of his shares. But in our case, even if we sell all of our tokens, we're still earning dividends from MintHub. So that's exciting. MintHub's model is from this, the second we launch publicly, we're going to see what everyone has purchased. Based on what they purchased, that's the percent of the 50% of revenue that they're going to be earning, and that's locked in forever. If they choose to sell their tokens in the public market, or if they choose to keep their tokens in the public market, makes absolutely no difference. If somebody comes in at the public market and throws in $1 million, doesn't matter. They're not earning any shares, any dividends in MintHub's earnings. Only people that got in during the private sale. So we can sell all of our tokens later and forever earn an income through MintHub. Sadak said, thank God for your safety, brother. You are blessed. Thank you so much. I was talking to Sadak privately and I was discussing my thumb. I think I even showed him how it looks like. It's horrible, but it's improved a lot actually. And I nearly lost it in a weird way. Like it wasn't like a wild story or anything. I was just clipping my nails with a nail clipper and it must have just been in my luggage. So it was a bit dirty and then I caught an infection. So that's basically what happened to my thumb. And yeah, so the doctor ended up, so the infection was, yeah, there was a lot of buildup inside of the thumb, but there was nowhere for it to release. So the doctor did a cut at the top to release the, all the gooey, nasty stuff. Right, I'm just scrolling through now some of the questions. Neil said, Rahman, the $50 free MintHub for people that join Cryptonaire Accelerator members, is that just for new members that join, or will I receive it as well as an old Accelerator member? It's just for the new members. It's just for the new members. However, you were an Accelerator member from a long time ago. I was making an email about this where I was giving it and I gave a deadline for it and I pushed it hard for a few days, trying to give it to as many people as possible. Niels, if you missed it, send a message here on the Zoom right now, not to everyone, privately to me, telling me your email address, but just based on your name, I think I might have your email address up here. Let me just log in and check. I'm still surprised that with the amount of Accelerator members there are, I do remember names and emails. I remember names and emails very well. Niels. Yeah, I got you, Niels. And you're from Cape Town. So that's good, actually. I'm quite shocked. There's a lot of Accelerator members, and guys, I do pay a lot of attention to you guys, more than you know. Farhad said, "Let me know when you decide to come to South Africa." Let's listen. When I stop the recording now, let's talk about with everyone now who's here about my travel schedule. That would be fun. Charlea asked a great question. Where will the dividends be paid into? Crypto wallet or Cryptonaire back office? In your crypto wallets, in my crypto wallet also, I'm also purchasing MintHub just like you guys. It's going to be going into our crypto wallet directly. So that'll just be done all through the blockchain. So every month when that happens, we can sell it or we can keep it. however we wish. John said, will you give tutorials on how to connect with PancakeSwap? Absolutely, 1000%. 1000%. I've been dealing with large audiences for a long, long time. And I will tell you right now, maybe something you don't want to hear, but it's the truth. If I told you to take, let's say, 5 easy steps, and you're going to make $1 million. 5 steps. It might be that 0.1% of you actually do it. If it's 4 steps, 5% of you will do it. If it's 3 steps, 40% of you will do it. If it's 2 steps, 60% of you will do it. If it's 1 step, 95% of you will do it. Just 1 extra step, as simple as it is, it could be pressing a button. I know the true numbers. I've dealt with millions and millions of people, and I don't know how many data points, billions of data points. A data point could be a button someone clicks on. It could be a video that they've watched. It could be a point in an email where they click on it. There's a lot of data points. So 1 billion is not as much as people might think, but it's still a lot. I've dealt with a lot of data points. I can tell you that the average person, if you tell them take this step and that step, regardless of how easy it is, they just don't do it. Or they find it overly exhausting. It blows their mind away. They can't do it all of a sudden. So that's why I said to you when you asked, will you give tutorials on how to connect with PancakeSwap? That's why I said 1000%. I didn't say 100%. I didn't say maybe. I'm already well aware that unless I give you a very direct tutorial that I personally make, that a lot of people won't do it. So yes, there will absolutely be a tutorial on PancakeSwap, on purchasing and selling MintHub directly on the PancakeSwap, etc. Dina said, I'm glad I attended this meeting. I now understand what MintHub is all about. I'm glad you do. Neil said, I have 3,000. If I have 3,200 tokens and will receive 20% of that, I should receive 640 tokens every month. Is that correct? No. You got your numbers wrong there. The numbers are very simple. I'll try to break it down again. Now, from the beginning until they launch publicly, the price goes from 0.005 to was it 0.005? I need to check again. It was a long time since it started, actually, to 0.15. It's going to go up 30 times. Okay. Actually, every few days, the price is going up, guys, which is the reason I'm telling you, don't just say, I'm going to buy MintHub. If you're going to do it now. And if you're going to do it big, because it's going to count in a very big way for you later. And it's the same like with a golf swing. If you, swing the golf bat, is it called a golf bat? If you swing a golf bat and you're 1 degree off, it doesn't seem like a lot, but over a long distance, it's the difference between someone who's world-class and someone like me who's absolutely trash with golf. That's the difference. It's 1 degree. It's not a big difference between the average or the amateur golfer compared to the world-class golfer. It's a very small degree. But over a long enough distance, look what happens. See that? It's a big gap. The world-class guy, he's aimed there, but you're all the way over here. And he's that much closer to the pot. But at the very beginning, this was the gap. And as I go like this, I got this speaker here, so I'll just go back here. The gap goes much bigger. So every time the price goes up, that amount, that delay that you've had in purchasing MintHub might have lost you a few $1,000s a month in passive income, might have lost you $20,000 a month in passive income, just because you invested a day later when the price went up. Or you put some money in and then you thought to yourself, should I put more money in, or should I wait, or should I what should I do? And then all of a sudden the price has significantly gone up, and now you said to yourself, okay, you know what, I have to purchase it now. Then what happens? Again, it'll be the difference between you making $1,000 a month as opposed to maybe $30,000 a month on the same amount of money that you put in. That's why I continue to tell you, like, purchase it, but purchase it now and purchase it big. That's why I'm telling you this. Charlie, I said, please stay well. Buy sterling silver nail clippers or gold. Yeah, I think I'm going to get like a silver nail clipper, and I'm going to disinfect it every time from now. After this incident, I can't believe from clipping my nails, I nearly lost my thumb. And the last few emails that I sent you was, it gave me 2 hours of pain, by the way. So I'm typing with my left hand, and when I'm typing the emails out to you guys and keeping you informed, I like to type fast because like everything's in my mind, and I just like to type fast. And I would tell myself, you know what, let me just go through this pain, because I'm typing so slowly with one hand that I'm forgetting what I'm trying to discuss with you. So I'm just going to bear through the pain. I'm going to type with both hands, and I will type with both hands, and my thumb is just moving ever so slightly. As my thumb is moving ever so slightly, I got 2 hours of throbbing pain just to send you an email. So I've been going through physical pain sending you emails over the last few days. Sadak said, is MintHub listing to public late this April or early May? The way that things are really progressing, I mean, it's been going up, almost 3-4% almost on a daily basis is how much the MintHub's price has been going up. The way that it's going, it could be at the end of this month. But it's, end of this month, early May is, that could happen. That could happen. And the audience size exceeded what they originally thought. So that's great. So the passive income might even begin earlier than expected, which is amazing news. I kind of just gave you a spoiler alert there. But those discussions are in place. And basically, things are popping in a very good way. I highly suggest you buy as many tokens as you can now, because the price continues to go up. And just like that golf swing between an amateur like me and a world-class person, let's say that I'm aiming here, and there's the world-class person who ends up swinging this much, like it's like 0.1 degrees difference, and he's aiming towards where he's supposed to, and I'm going all the way here, and the golf ball is completely away from where it should be, and that's like 0.1 degrees, or 1 degrees is going to make a very big impact. So as early as you can and as big as you can, that's the most important thing. Jack said, been happy since day one with Cryptonaire network, will follow you into the crypto future for the long run. Thank you so much for that. I do my best. and we'll take it from there. Things are always improving. There's going to be some improvements on the dashboard, by the way, guys. There's going to be some improvements on the dashboard coming up in the next few days. All righty then. I think I'm going to cut the recording now. We're going to discuss. Oh, Frank said, hi, Rahman. Can you discuss the upcoming Bitcoin halving and what it will mean for us? Bitcoin halving and what it will mean. This is actually very scary because you see, the thing about information, especially like I've been in the crypto market for such a long time now. And I've also dealt with very large audiences for such a long time now that I'm in a unique position where I can grasp the state of the world, the state of what's coming up better than most people because of the number of people I deal with. People that are completely unrelated to each other, that are not linked to each other, and I'm seeing the stats, the data right in front of me. Here's what's happening. First of all, if you have a look on Google, let's say like when Bitcoin really started to shoot up, there wasn't any difference in people actually Googling about Bitcoin and crypto. It wasn't like many more people were actually Googling it, talking about it and you can see it on Google Trends. On Google Trends, you can actually see how many people actually view certain keywords. And that didn't change, even though Bitcoin was shooting up. Every time that there was a Bitcoin halving and that there were a altcoin season that happened afterwards, every single time I checked, and I see this is the benefit of that you guys have. I've been in the crypto market for such a long time. I would check, and the search volume for Bitcoin was significantly higher. This time, it was flat. Why was it flat? It was flat because of the Bitcoin ETF. Why was there a Bitcoin ETF? Because the powers at be, the people that actually control currency are well aware that the US dollar is going to crash. As a matter of fact, it's a guarantee. I'll tell you why. In all of human history, there hasn't been one single fiat currency that have stood the test of time. Not a single one. Every fiat currency in history collapses. All of them, every single one of them. During our lifetime, we have seen multiple currencies in multiple countries collapse to a point where to buy a loaf of bread, you needed a wheelbarrow full of cash, full of paper. You can Google this yourself. There is not one fiat currency in human history that has stood the test of time. It's got to be backed by something. It's got to be backed by gold, silver, something real of substance. What is the US dollar backed by? Absolutely nothing. Therefore, the Federal Reserve are well aware that the US dollar is going to collapse. That's why they did the Bitcoin ETF. Now have a look at where the money's going. A lot of money has gone into, from BlackRock, has gone into Bitcoin. A humongous amount of Bitcoin has been purchased by BlackRock. More than the amount of Bitcoin that's getting minted. Now there's the Bitcoin halving coming up, which is going to halve the amount of Bitcoins that are getting minted. And now BlackRock Federal Reserve, and all of these places that can print basically unlimited money are going to be pouring it into Bitcoin. What they're going to be doing is, as they're talking down on Bitcoin, getting you guys to sell it to them, they're going to be buying it up. And now they're going to maintain their control on the next generation of currency, which is cryptocurrency. The US dollar is out. In my opinion, strong opinion it is too, and it's a big one. The US dollar is going to collapse in our lifetime. There is no currency that has existed over 100 years. US dollar, I think now is past 100 years. They're printing more than they've ever printed before. The whole thing is going to collapse. No fiat currency have withstood the test of time. Bitcoin search on Google didn't go up; it was flat while Bitcoin was going up to an all-time high, and the Bitcoin halving is coming up. So what's really happening right now is that the big money, which is silent, is buying up Bitcoin, not the wider population. Earlier on in the previous halvings, it was the wider population, guys like me and you, who were purchasing Bitcoin. That's why on the search engine, there was so much more searching about Bitcoin, about altcoins, about this and that. But what I noticed this time was, as the Bitcoin ETF was happening, don't forget that the higher up the ladder you go, the less people have control more of the wealth. So if they Google Bitcoin, it's not going to show up as trending on Google. So it didn't show up as trending on Google, but Bitcoin was going to its all-time high all of a sudden. Who's buying it? And then now there's a Bitcoin ETF and the US dollar is going to collapse. So what's going to happen right now is currencies are going to collapse completely. A lot of money is going to go into cryptocurrency. Crypto and gold is where things are safe for you. Gold, silver, having your assets, but not under your name, but controlled by you. Very important, because the money in your bank is going to be worthless sooner or later. Not worth a small amount. It'll be worth absolutely like almost nothing. You're all getting skinned alive already thanks to interest rates. Interest destroys the world economy, by the way. It's been proven to do so through all of human history. And this is why there's this saying called history repeats. And a wise man is one who studies history, not someone who's old with gray hair. A man with gray hair is just old because he's aged. Doesn't make him any the wiser. And so now we're in an information age. We have access to all this information, but there is so much abundance of information that people have forgotten how to contextualize it, how to say, what does this information mean? So Frank asked a great question. Can you discuss the upcoming Bitcoin halving and what it will mean for us? The upcoming Bitcoin halving is not going to be like the other Bitcoin halvings, because it will have very little impact compared to the other Bitcoin halvings, in the sense that it's not the wider population that are going to be pumping money in. It's the Bitcoin, thanks to the Bitcoin ETF, it's the institution money. So yeah, the price is going to skyrocket like crazy, but it's not like how I thought it would be. I initially thought, and I did mention this before on one of the Zoom sessions, I initially thought this Bitcoin halving is going to be the final one with a big impact because of how well known it's the crypto market is already becoming, because of how much money is already in the market. The result's the same. It's still going to go up like crazy and it's still going to be the last time that it's going to happen, but it's not for the reasons that I thought. The reason is because the big players in the world, Federal Reserve, BlackRock, Vanguard, these people are well aware, have been well aware that the US dollar will collapse. So we're going to pump our money into Bitcoin. We're going to pump our money into the crypto market. And this is how we're going to maintain control. And we're going to regulate it. So they already started to regulate us buying and selling crypto for a very long time. Now, whether I send you $1 million in Bitcoin or you send me $1 million in Bitcoin, they can't regulate that. But what they can start regulating is exchanges. When I got into Binance at first, I never had to give them a copy of my passport. By the way, Binance never had that at the beginning. I was in Binance since day one. I never had an email address. That's it. I'm in. I could write any name, an email address. I'm in. I can trade. I can buy. I can sell. I can do whatever I wanted. The regulation started coming in. Then the Bitcoin ETF started coming in, and they don't make moves just for the sake of it. Everything is pre-planned. So this Bitcoin halving is going to be the one with the last one that's going to have a big impact, where we can make some big returns. But at the same time, I do stand corrected on the reasons why. So that's basically my thoughts on this particular Bitcoin halving. Duncan said, great presentation. Thank you. Gotta leave now. We'll be able to see a recording sometime. And if so, where? On YouTube. And right after this, I'm going to upload the recording. Michaela wants me to check the emails. Okay, I'll check. Yep. John Matea, how can I contact you directly? Just contact me directly like now. I'm literally talking to you now, John. Neil said on a direct message, Rahman, awesome presentation, and thanks for everything you do for all your members. You are changing lives in a huge way. Thank you very much. Jayod said, for the Bitcoin halving, should I be buying Bitcoin now or when it's halved? You should be buying MintHub, especially since MintHub will go public later. Bitcoin is not going to give you a large return. It's not going to go up like 50x or anything crazy. Dina said on what I mentioned on Binance and on these larger institutions pushing. Don't forget, Binance got pressured by what? The US government to start really doing the KYC and making sure to keep a database of the customers and show us the database of the customers and implement and impose these regulations. Binance got pressured by someone somewhere, right? And Binance is a big heavyweight company. I mean, they got what? 30% of Bitcoin supply. So who can pressure someone like that to regulate? Binance didn't want to regulate because if they didn't regulate, it's more money in their pocket. So why did they regulate? So this Bitcoin ETF is something that's been on the move for a very long time, for many years, since the previous halving, in my opinion, or maybe even before that. Sadak wants a video sales letter page to start promoting Cryptonaire Accelerator. Okay, I'm going to set up multiple pages. I did mention about this before, that's coming up very soon, actually. Likela said, I made a $100 deposit 2 weeks ago to purchase MintHub, but I never received it. What can I do now? You made a mistake. That's what you did. You made a mistake. Either you did receive it and you just didn't pay attention. What you got to do, the first step is to deposit. into the Cryptonaire network dashboard, which is very easy to do. Then the second step is to go to buy MintHub, and your balance will reflect and show there. Or you can buy the accelerator program, your balance is going to show there. So you can choose what to buy inside of the Cryptonaire network dashboard. Your balance will reflect, then you choose what to do with that balance. A lot of people would deposit funds, and they thought as soon as I deposit funds, it'll automatically buy MintHub for me. No, you can purchase the accelerator program. The secret membership is still open, by the way. Or so the secret membership or MintHub. Now, when you make a deposit, if you choose to deposit again, please, as very clearly shown on the Cryptonaire network dashboard, when you click on deposit now, you choose your coin, you choose the amount, and you get your QR code or your address, there's a note that says very clearly the address that you're going to deposit into is one-time use. So click generate new address if you wish to make a further deposit. So what a lot of people have done is that they use the same address to purchase again, and it didn't reflect. The good news is I can clear that. The bad news is I have to manually do that. So give me time. Everyone who has mentioned that they did that mistake, you have to send in your proof of payment and all of that stuff. And then the support team will handle it. So I'm going to create a quick system. I'm going to write this down on the notes here. Create quick system for missing deposits. And that's going to be handled by the AI support. So I'm going to make it automated by the AI support, just in case that happens. It might already be there, actually, in the support section. Charlea said, yeah. So listen, I'll tell you guys something that's amazing. You're going to need to know this later anyway. When it comes to crypto, you can use it to purchase just about anything. I use crypto to purchase flights. I know people that have that use crypto to purchase real estate. There are some countries out there where it's crazy. They have rules where they say anything under $500,000 in crypto, you have to declare where you received the funds from. Anything over $500,000 in crypto, and we don't care where you got it from. We'll take it. So when it comes to crypto, it's still highly, highly unregulated in terms of how you can spend it. So that will actually never go away, because you can pressure someone, like you can pressure Binance as a company, but you can't pressure countries and tell certain countries, hey, you can't do it. El Salvador, or what's the country? I can't remember the name of it exactly. They ended up, Bitcoin is legal tether. Bitcoin is their official currency. So you can't regulate to a certain degree, but you can regulate some things. When it comes to exchanges, if you're struggling, go to localcoinswap.com. Localcoinswap.com. You don't need to do any KYC, and it's peer-to-peer, and you can buy and sell crypto as you wish, direct into your bank account, or use the funds in your bank account and do a local transfer and get crypto. So that's a way to do it. Now, that's it for now. I'm going to stop the recording, and then let's talk about the travel plans. All right. For those of you that are viewing this recording, see you on the next Zoom session.